This presentation is for our new team members. Welcome aboard. In this presentation, we'll discuss how to make your day great, what elections are like in Florida, and how you fit into the entire process. Leon County is known nationwide for its excellence in election administration. This is reflected in our mission statement. The mission of the Supervisor of Elections Office is to provide outstanding voter services and accessible elections in Leon County with integrity, transparency, and accuracy.
Hello, my name is Mark Early, Supervisor of Elections for Leon County. Elections are a complex operation involving many moving parts. To be successful, we need a dedicated team all working towards a common goal. The work is demanding, but I trust you will find it as rewarding as I do.
And here are some interesting facts regarding Leon County. In the general election, we could have over 230,000 registered voters. In Leon County, we have one incorporated municipality, and that's the city of Tallahassee. We have 4 post-public secondary schools, FAMU, FSU, TCC, and Lively Vocational Tech. We have 1 private post-secondary school, Kaiser University, and with all the students, we have one of the highest percentages of address changes in the state on Election Day. In 2020, we have 2 upcoming elections, the primary election on August 18th and the general election on November 3rd. An accurate and accessible election depends on technology. This is your technology project team leaders. If you've been voting in Leon County, this is one of the pieces of technology you're probably most familiar with. This is the Leon County voting machine. It is an interactive technology that allows voters with disabilities the choice of voting a regular paper ballot independently. Another piece of technology you might be familiar with is our electronic poll book, or EVID. It electronically retrieves a voter's information using a driver's license or through a manual search. It provides real-time voter check-in, and it's an easy and efficient way to assist our voters. Did you know there are 10 early voting sites that are open during early voting season? With EVIDs and a special ballot on technology available, it makes the process much easier for our voters. Nearly 50% of voters will either vote early or vote by mail well before Election Day. We expect that most voters will vote by mail this election cycle. With our award-winning ballot envelope design and our intelligent barcode system, we believe that voting by mail will be efficient, easy, and accessible to our voters in Leon County this election cycle. Election Day is the last chance for a voter to vote. Election Day begins at 7 a.m. and ends at 7 p.m. unless otherwise ordered by the governor. Sites are chosen based on the needs of the county and reflect the communities and neighborhoods that they serve. Historically, more voters take advantage of voting at their polling location on Election Day. Our Canvassing Board. Do you know who they are and what they do? The members of the Canvassing Board include the Supervisors of Election, a County Commissioner, and a County Judge. They adjudicate ballots and they conduct the voting technology testing. They certify your election after Election Day. The Canvassing Board meetings are held in public, and you're more than welcome to visit our website to see their schedule and come on down and watch the Canvassing Board in action. You are joining a team of the best and brightest here in Leon County, being a poll worker. You are a true gatekeeper of democracy and an advocate for your voters. Do you know who your poll workers are? Let's hear some testimonials from some of your fellow team members. A long day for sure, but a very rewarding one. We received a proclamation for a Poll Worker Appreciation Day from the County Commission, acknowledging the hard work that all Leon County poll workers do and the commitment and dedication they have to the election process. You might be asking yourself, what are a few things that you'll need to do? First, while you're working, you want to remain nonpartisan, and this includes how you dress and what topics you discuss. Once you've signed in, you're not allowed to leave the precinct, so bring plenty of food and drinks, bring a seat cushion, and bring your medication. Most of all, dress comfortably. And vote. You will vote like everyone else, either by mail or early vote, or if you're working in the location you would normally vote at anyway, you can vote there. And here's just a few common sense tips. Please don't bring a newspaper, radio, television, or any other electronic device that may have election information broadcast on it. This is to protect you and the voter from what may be perceived as voter intimidation. Please don't wear or bring political items. Designs that include elephants, donkeys, or other commonly known political images can be intimidating. Please don't bring alcoholic beverages. And if you must use your cell phone, please don't use it in the presence of voters. If you need to make a call, just let your clerk know and you can leave the polling room. And please, no smoking or vaping inside the polling room or at the entry/exit doors. The key to a successful election is about being prepared. Know your assignment and where you need to go. Come to an open lab to practice and review your materials, and it's okay to bring them with you on Election Day. On August 18th, we will hold our closed primary election in Florida. Closed primaries are party-specific, and only those voters registered in that party can vote that ballot. In Leon County, there are 3 ways to vote: by mail, at any one of our 10 early voting sites, or on Election Day. On November 3rd, the general election will be held in Florida. In this election, the same races will apply for all qualified voters. The ballot will be longer, you'll have more voters, and it should be a very exciting election. Again, the 3 ways to vote are available. Attached to this online training program are materials you can download, including the 2020 Polling Place and Voting Systems Operation Manual and Election Phrases at a Glance. During your training, we'll also review your technologies, the EVID or Electronic Voter Identification System, and your ICE voting machine. Six o'clock is early, but we need you there at 6 because we have to be ready by 7 a.m., so know where you're going before Election Day. Your clerk will open your cage, your supplies, first thing, and everybody will help with the voting machines and the electronic voter identification processes. Working together will make your election morning a success. Your clerk is your on-site manager. They maintain the quality service to our voters and complete required paperwork. At the end of the election, they transmit the election results to the election office. They're also responsible for picking up and dropping off supplies. The assistant clerks are clerks in training, and they assist the clerk in his or her duties. They will step in when the clerk is unable to serve. Most of us working on Election Day are inspectors. Most likely, as a new member of our team, you will be an EVID inspector. An EVID inspector works directly with the voters as they sign into the electronic poll book. They help complete local address changes, and they assist voters with disabilities that need to sign in. You may be asked to help out at the voting machine. A machine inspector works directly with the voters as they prepare to insert their ballot into the voting machine. They help prepare the accessible voting sessions for voters that wish to use the accessible function of our voting machine, and they'll assist a voter that needs referral to the clerk for a replacement ballot. Or you may be asked to help out at the ballot table. Ballot inspectors provide friendly and courteous service to our voters, and they help voters check in and provide them their voting materials, such as ballots, in privacy folders. They'll help the clerk and the assistant clerk with the end of the election accounting and help clean up. As you go through your election training, Please note that we do promote from within. If you're interested in leadership, participate in the training and let your clerk know that you eventually would like to lead a polling location of your own. When you report to your site on election morning, all of your supplies will be ready for you in your supply cage. It's a large cage which is sealed and locked. The clerk has the lock combination and will open the cage for you. Once unlocked, you can get all your supplies out and the deputy will grab their signs. We keep your materials safe by using a security seal and a combination lock. The clerk will verify the seal before opening your cage. Once your cage is open, you'll be asked to help distribute supplies, from pens to ballots. You'll set up privacy booths and evids with a partner, and together, you'll work as a team. In the morning, you'll be signing a few things. One of the most important things is your payroll. Please be sure to check the address, and be sure to sign in the morning in order to receive your payment for the day. Your check will be mailed to the address that is listed on the sign-in sheet. Your check will include all training payment and your election day payment. You'll receive your check in approximately 2 weeks after the election. Do you have some question about taxes? If you earn over $600 this year, we will send you a W-2 form. If you are already employed with Leon County, it will be added to your county W-2 form. Another important thing you'll be signing is the zero tape. Your voting machine will print this tape upon startup. It shows that all the races are zero. You will be asked to review this tape and sign it. It stays at the machine the rest of the day. You'll sign both tapes on both voting machines. So take a good look at the zero tape. Verify the precinct number that's at the top of the tape. Verify that all the races are zero, and then sign the tape. It's an official election record that could be subpoenaed if a lawsuit is filed. You'll also be working with your team to help set up the polling room. We want to be sure to maximize the traffic flow and voter privacy and ensure that all voters can participate. Always keep in mind voters with disabilities. More about setting up your polling room will be reviewed in Section 1, Lesson 2. With a partner, you'll be setting up some privacy booths. Use a table to help set up your booths, and keep in mind that voters must move freely in and out of the privacy booth. You'll also have a privacy screen, so set the privacy screen up on a table so that voters with disabilities might be able to sit down in private and vote. And these are our 2 privacy booths. We have 2 different styles. The step-by-step on how to put a privacy booth together is in your manual, and we'll have plenty of privacy booths at the open lab for you to practice with. Your eVid or electronic poll book is connected to a Wi-Fi system which is secure. It provides instant credit for voting and instant address updates. We'll discuss how to check in a voter and the specifics about your eVid in Section 2, Lesson 2. We have supplied ballots for your use on Election Day. Your ballots are in your supply cage and located in secure transport boxes which are sealed. And each ballot has a different ballot style. So what does a ballot style mean? A ballot style is a 4-digit number, and in a primary will end with a specific party denotation. In this example, 1321N, the first digit, 1, denotes the person's county commission district. We have 5 county commission districts in Leon County. The second digit, or in this case 3, denotes the voter's school board district. The last 2 digits, 21, denote whether or not the person lives inside the city limits or in Leon County. If the number is less than 50, they live inside city limits. Any numbers greater than 50 denote they live outside city limits. In a primary, the last digit denotes the voter's party designation, whether it be R for Republican, D for Democrat, or in this case, N for all other party registration. All your ballots are packed in sealed packs. In the morning, we'll take all of those sealed packs out and count the number of packs to make sure you have all the ballots you're supposed to. You'll work together as a team to do this. Once we have verified we have the correct number of ballots, we'll take these ballots and place them on the ballot table for ballot distribution. More about the accounting forms will be addressed in Section 5, Lesson 2. For your voters who request Spanish language assistance, we have many tools for your use. We have bilingual communication boards. Your clerk has a Spanish language notebook with Spanish language forms. We have election phrases at a glance, which are common election phrases you can download straight from this presentation. We have toll-free translators, and we have poll workers and staff members that also speak Spanish to better assist our voters. This is what your bilingual communication board looks like. It'll be in your supply cage and you have 3 copies. It's a very helpful tool. Using pictures, you can communicate with a voter that's either bilingual or deaf or hard of hearing. Our election phrases at a glance can be downloaded from your online training course. A copy is also in the Spanish language notebook, which is in your supply cage. We also proudly serve our voters by providing toll-free translation and having Spanish-speaking poll workers and staff available to assist them. You will receive 2 voting machines. They are delivered as one piece, and the wonderful thing about our voting machines is that it is accessible to all voters. A voter can use the accessible function on our machine to vote a paper ballot in private. And our voting machine can provide instruction to voters in both English and in Spanish. At the end of the election, when your last voter leaves, pat yourself on the back. You did it. You made history. Thank you for being a member of our team. One of the most important things we'll be doing, other of course than packing up and getting ready to go, is accounting for our ballots and accounting for our voters. Your clerk has accounting paperwork that they'll be completing and may ask you to help. Most supplies you'll just place back into your supply cage, but some have to come back with the clerk on election night. And in general, we just want to make sure that we clean up our kitchen area and our bathrooms and get ready to go home. And please vote. You can either vote by mail, you can come to any one of our 10 early voting sites, or if you're working at the precinct that is your home precinct, you can vote there too. Know we are your partners. And you are our heroes. And we're so excited to have you as part of our team. At this time, we'll be asking you to read and affirm the oath to be an election official with Leon County. Please review the following oath